You're you're a part of the golden era of say Muay Thai. Oh, back then kickboxing only in
Yeah,
the
and
late
no, Muay
nineties.
Thai was still around. Yeah,
But it was very big kickboxing
in
in
Melbourne and in
the nineties
Sydney.
and two
Yes.
thousands.
Yeah.
What was it like back then with the likes of the McKinnon brothers, John Wayne Parr, Greg Foley? What was it like growing up in that
Oh,
era?
oh man, it was great.
Yeah,
You know, they used to have the magazines back then,
yeah.
so I used to read it,
Kickboxer.
and it was inspiring seeing those all those the greats. You know,
Mhm.
John Wayne Parr, then Gurkhan Ozkan, and oh man, there's a lot of big names. I'm just having a mental block right now, but man, I could sit here forever. Darren Rees,
Mhm.
you know, from Perth. So nearly every city has their own
Yeah,
big names,
yeah.
you know, and they fight all around the world, and it was awesome, you know, and it was inspiring, and I just wanted to be surrounded by those people,
Yeah.
and I was lucky enough, you know, to be training with one, which was Greg Foley, you know,
Mhm.
and you know, it's just like what they say, you know, it's hard to be a prophet in your own town. So us knowing Greg Foley as just a guy in the gym, you know, so nobody really kind of appreciated that. But man, like to me, watching him fight as I started fighting, it was already inspiring,
Mhm.
you know. So I was like, man, I try to do what he does, and I'll talk to him, bro. How did you do this? How did you do that? And man, he was only 17, and he's fighting adults like 20 to 25 to 30 years old, and he was knocking them out
Yeah.
at 17 years old.
Yeah.
You know, so this guy was a growing superstar. You know, so man, I was just like, he's just a kid to me. So I can just approach him and say, yo, man, can you teach me how to do this? I
Yeah.
know you're better. Don't beat me up,
Mhm.
but teach me this. How do you do that? And man, he was very approachable. So yeah, we just talked. And then as I started fighting, there was a handful of us fighters. So as always, like in every gym, you know, fighters will kind of hang out with each other to try and feed off each other, either strengths and weaknesses, and try to you know turn that weakness into a strength, and then work on other stuff. But at the same time, still go out there and mix with the general population of the gym so that we can inspire more people.
For sure.
So that's how we did it. It was good. And then seeing Greg fight all the time, and his fight were always on TV.
Yeah.
So
Back then, Fox
Fox Sports,
Sports.
yeah,
Always. Yeah.
and it was great, you know. So after the fight, we see in the Fox, and then we know it's live, so we always try to be in the background. And then there's always like they'll put a replay onto it, probably for the next, you know, 2 weeks before another one comes. So nearly every 2 weeks,
Yep.
there's a fight, Fox Sports
A
of
show.
Muay Thai kickboxing all around Australia.
Yeah.
You know, so sometimes it's in Sydney, then it'll be in Melbourne. So when you see some fighters in Melbourne, I'm like, oh, that's the guy in the magazine. Oh yeah, Steve McKinnon. Oh, that's the guy in Castle Hill,
There was a
Sydney.
good following back then. So like there'd be
Yeah,
fans
man.
that'll come up to you a lot.
Yeah,
Different shows, right?
yeah, man, it was good. Like when like with me when I was a fighter already, yeah, it was good because back then there was no
So,
camera on your phone.
Mhm.
So it was like in the old days where people would just come up and goes, "Hey, Reinhard, can I get your autograph?" And I'm like, "Wow, yeah, man." Yeah. And by the time I say yes, they got a pen ready and a picture of me in the magazine. I'm like, "All right, yeah." You know, I always use the gym motto like take on the spirit of a warrior,
Yeah, yeah,
or just when I'm shaking, because sometimes they get you right after you walk down from the ring, so you're a bit shaky and you're psyched up. You can't put all your energy because you got it all there, and they go, "Can you give me an autograph, please, and your name and your under your face?" And I'm like, okay, I'm shaky. I'll just say, "Spirit of a warrior, badass Badano." Yeah. So yeah, it was good, man. It was good era.
So